Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Just wanted to say hello. I'm super excited to be here. This is actually my first time ever doing a Facebook Live, so I'm super pumped. I really appreciate anyone that's coming out here to view me live. Just really excited about what's going on in my life and what's going on around me that I want to share with you guys. But you guys are probably interested in learning a little bit about why I'm even out here. My main goal right now is to share some of my experiences and, through those experiences, hopefully help and benefit other people and as well as, serve you guys. So I'm interested to know, like, what's your guys' struggles and what you're going through at this moment and what's your pains. And, I've gone, through a lot of different experiences in life, and I've made a lot of mistakes. And, so hopefully, so my experiences can benefit you guys. So just to give you guys, actually, before I get started, I just wanted to thank you for anyone that's out here watching me live. If you guys could just send a comment and say hello and let me know where you're watching from, I'd really like to acknowledge you guys. And if you guys are catching me on the replay, please comment #replay. I'd like to acknowledge you guys as well. So again, thank you. I'm super excited about tonight. And I do have a few things I want to share. I got some big news I want to share sort of at the end. So if you guys want to stick with me, please do. I also have some tips that I want to share. Just things that I've learned about, success in general, how to be successful in life. And we'll get to that a little bit later. But first, I just want to introduce myself. Hey, Kennedy. Hey, Sandra. I just want to introduce myself. My name is John Gaylord. I live in Lakeville, Minnesota, which is a south suburb of Minneapolis. Been in Minnesota my whole life. I love it here. I'm not a huge fan of the cold, but it's getting nice out. So it's a super great time of year. In Minnesota, we have really great summers. So yeah, pumped about that. I have a 6-year-old son named Zach. He's going to be 7 next month, just lost his first tooth. Super passionate about being a dad. He's basically my world. So, spend as much time with him as I can, and really do love that little guy. So I've been working in the corporate world my entire life since I graduated college, but I've had, and I love my job. I love the people I work with. I love the company. I love everything about it, but I've had a passion for being an entrepreneur and, being my own boss. And so, throughout the years, I've always had sort of a side project that I've worked on during that period of time. And, I've done things, my first job, first side project was, I used to sell on Amazon and eBay using a drop shipper. And it was a great business, super easy to run. And, I never had to handle any products. I started off slow, but then I really built that up over the years, just by, kind of learning and learning about how it works and everything. And, at one point I was making, more than I make at my corporate job. But, I no longer do that anymore. And, I got into some other things. I started doing affiliate marketing and, blogging. I really have a passion for writing. I have a huge passion for options trading and options investing. There's so much flexibility, in the stock market, and I have a big passion for, stock investing and trading and everything. And then I got into some other things where you can automate systems online and, make a little bit of extra money. But what I'm working on now, I'm just way more excited about. What I'm working on now is trumps any of that. And, I'm going to get into that a little bit later tonight. I'm just super excited about what I got going on right now. So, stick with me, and hopefully, we'll get to that later. So yeah, throughout my life, I've always been a student and wanted to educate myself. So I did a lot of reading. I read a lot of books. I love the Rich Dad, Poor Dad books, and I would always read about different subjects and different businesses. And, so I'd read a book about, real estate wholesaling or affiliate marketing or options investing. And, the first few chapters would always be about, mindset and how you have to have that positive attitude and that motivating factor to be successful. And, younger in my life, I didn't really realize that, and I basically just skipped over the chapters. I didn't think it mattered. And I get into these businesses and I come to like an obstacle or, where I have to get out of my comfort zone. And I basically would give up, or I would fail at it and I would move on to the next thing. And today I really realized like how important that is, like mindset and having a positive attitude and having that drive and knowing what to expect, and basically having that will and saying, you know what, I'm going to accomplish this no matter what. And and usually you will if you have that attitude. But if you don't, and you don't have like that motivating factor, we probably won't succeed at that. So I just wanted to, and big thing is overcoming fears and doing things that are out of your comfort zone. Failing in life and making mistakes is actually not a bad thing. It's a way that we can grow and learn from those mistakes and actually become a better person by making mistakes and failing, as long as you don't give up. And I'm just going to just give you guys a really quick example of a situation where I overcame my fears and where it was really rewarding, and basically changed my association of going out of my comfort zone from a negative to a positive. Back in high school, I was this really shy band playing kid, and I had this huge crush on this girl that was one grade less than me. She was super popular and outgoing and pretty. And, due to those associations of being rejected in the past, I said there's absolutely no way that I was going to approach her or talk to her or even, ask her out or anything. So, I had that self-doubt and that fear. I went like 2 months with basically just thinking about this and, wondering why can't I do this, and hoping I would just find that courage and be bold to do it. And, I went like 2 months without doing anything. And finally, like one day I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be courageous and just, go talk to her. If she rejects me, it is what it is. And I did, so I made that decision. And after math class, I approached her, introduced myself, asked her a few questions. And then, I'd asked her if I could call her that evening. And, I was basically blown away, that she, said, yeah, sure, call me tonight. And, I was it was very rewarding because, we ended up having a really great relationship and a great friendship. And if I wouldn't have actually gone out of my comfort zone and did something that, I was afraid of, I would have never experienced something that was really great in my life. And, so what I've learned is like, if we want something in life, or if there's something we think we deserve, we should ask for it, and I think a lot of people go through life and they just expect people are going to know what you're thinking. But if you don't ask, you're not going to be able to get, hey, Dominique, you're not going to be able to get what you want. And I think facing your fears and actually going out of your comfort zone is an amazing feeling, because like I said, oftentimes we associate going out of our comfort zone with rejection or a negative feeling, and we don't want to experience those feelings again. But what I've learned is actually, if you can actually continue doing those things, you can change that association from a negative to a positive when you get better results. So and you will, and we will get better results as we continue to overcome our fears. So with that said, I did want to just share a few things, kind of bringing off, and just some things I've been thinking about is just how to be more successful in life, and what are some keys and some tips that we can do to be more successful. So obviously the first key is mindset and having a positive attitude. If we go into a situation with a negative attitude and saying, hey, I don't think I can do this, or it's not going to work, then it's not going to work. It's almost a guarantee that it won't work. But if we go into these situations and say, you know what, I know it's going to work, it will work, and if it doesn't, I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to keep trying, then the chances are it's going to work. And these are tips for anything in life. It could be business or relationships, marriage, sports, overcoming addiction. So the next step would be just having a motivating factor, the reason why you're doing something. And if that why is big enough, then chances are we're gonna succeed. And so yeah, I think that's obviously an extremely important step. The next step would just be to have that desire and that drive to succeed, and that's basically a no-brainer. Must be fully committed and be consistent. I think that having that commitment, whenever we get into something, we should go all in and, be consistent. It's hard to, you take a time off. And I think consistency would be, maybe in a marriage, say, at first you guys are, making each other feel special and doing nice things for each other and satisfying each other's needs. But then over time, you get lazy, sometimes those relationships can sort of drift away, and, you can drift apart and things can go downhill at that point. So I think it's really important to stay consistent in anything you do. And the next one is, which I think is extremely important, is preparation. Anything in life, it's really great to fully prepare for things. And, for me, I played baseball for 25 years, and I always had this strong desire and passion to be the best I possibly could be at baseball. But, if I didn't practice and I didn't prepare, as much as I did, I wouldn't have been as successful. So, doing that, and I have a lot of baseball stories that I could tell. But, I think that's just so key in anything in life. You go into a client presentation or, whatever it is, just prepare. The next one is, this is a great one. Surround yourself with other successful and positive people, and people who have been there before, who can help coach you and help motivate us, to be the best we can. And, I've learned that, we're basically creatures of our environment. And, if we surround ourselves with positive people who want to see us succeed, we are. And, so I think that's really super great. And obviously gratitude, appreciate what those people have done for us. That's super great. And, build those trusting relationships with people. Next one is willing to overcome your fears, which we talked about a little bit. I think that's so important, is just being able to overcome fears and, changing that association from a negative to a positive. The next one would be setting goals. I think setting goals, if we get into something and we don't actually set a goal and have an outcome that we want to achieve, it's going to be very difficult. So I really love the fact that, having specific goals in mind is really going to benefit people in terms of success. And then basically the last but not least is action. The most important thing is just taking action. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Take action. If it means something to you today and we want something, we should just take action. That's really the most important thing. And hard work kind of goes with that. Anything in life is not going to be easy. So hard work always comes in. Nobody's going to not appreciate hard work. So basically that is the keys to success. I wanted to share something super exciting that's going on in my life right now. Just super pumped and excited that I just started recently this huge big project that with this amazing health and wellness company. It's one of the fastest growing health and wellness companies with super in demand products. It's help people completely change their life, and I love this company because it gives a lot of purpose, because I have this huge passion for trying to help other people. And with this business, we're helping people get healthy and lose weight and have more energy and have better performance and, and basically live longer. So, I'm super excited. I've seen so many great success stories, by people who are using these products. And, I started using the products and I'm already feeling great about it as well. And, so I'm super pumped about that. Number two is I'm just blown away and feel super blessed that I'm part of this amazing team of people, super successful people who want to see others succeed and just unselfish people who give so much. And it's like this community of super positive people, and it's like just in a different environment. And I just feel so blessed that I found and made all these new friends. And I know some of you guys are out there watching right now, and I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate everything you guys do. I feel so grateful. So thank you. And I really look forward to working with you guys going forward. It's going to be awesome. And then number three, something I really like is the aspect of residual income. It's a company that if you work hard enough, you can build it up big enough where you could take time off and you'll still have the same amount of money coming in. I have a friend who I work directly with who built up his business over a few years, and he was able to take a full year off and just travel the world and have fun. and and he still had the paychecks come in every single week, and I think that's awesome. The money aspect really isn't what's important. It's about having that flexibility on your time and what you can do and having options. And so I'm super excited about that aspect of it. Just being able to spend the time how you want to spend it. So, at this point, I just wanted to, say if you guys are interested in kind of what I'm into right now, we are looking to work with and partner with a few more people. And, I'm actually looking for 5 specific individuals who are motivated to make a change in their life, positive change. And, if you guys are interested, please send me a comment, give me a call, text. I'd be happy to share exactly, what we do and, how to make a 6-figure income working from home. And, I'm just super pumped about it. I really appreciate you guys watching. And again, if you guys are watching on the replay, please just, hashtag replay. And, I'd love to, talk with any of you guys about anything. So thank you again for coming out, guys, and watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll be talking soon. Okay, thank you.